Good morning and welcome to session day number 5 of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships live from the National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland. Another program of heats this morning for the final day. Some exciting fast swim races with the 50 breaststroke and 50 freestyle. Recapping day 4 finals last night, we had the 100-metre freestyle for men to kick off. Cameron Gray getting to the wall first. Not quite as fast as his Monday night relay start, but still a very, very quick 48 seconds over that 100-metre freestyle. Cameron Leslie came in to win the multi-class event there. And then we moved to the 200 backstroke. Molly Shibnan, the first New Zealand Open title for her, I believe, and she was really, really happy with her performance, bringing her time down over the 200 back by a huge margin from heats to finals. Erica Fairweather winning comfortably in the women's 100-metre freestyle, showing she's got some real speed there as well. A busy night for Lewis Clareburt. He swum the 100 free, then came back for the 200 butterfly to win comfortably in 2 minutes. Neve Tussaker, she won her first New Zealand title last night as well in the 200 butterfly for women. Good on her. Asher Smith-Franklin, another record in the 100 breaststroke multi-class for him. And Gabby Smith lowering her best time to a comfortable qualifying mark for the Para Swimming World Championships. And Club 37 continuing their great form, winning the 3rd relay of the championships, the 4x100 metre mixed freestyle relay. Today we start with the 200 metres individual medley, where we have some World Junior qualifying opportunities there. A couple of swimmers under that 18 years of age that could sneak in for that one. The main events here: Luan Grobbelaar, Lewis Clareburt and Sam Brown. That qualifying time 1:59.53 for that 200 IM. Then we have the multi-class 200 IM, Asher Smith-Franklin, maybe a New Zealand record again for him perhaps this morning. And then the women's 2:12.98, Gina McCarthy in the fastest heat. Could be a bit much to get down to 2:12, but let's see. And then we have the women's multi-class 200 IM, followed by the 50 breaststroke for the men. Josh Gilbert in the fastest heat, 27.95. Can he get down to 27.33? That is the FINA A time. Then we have the women's 50 breaststroke. Monique Wierzowski, she won the 100 in the New Zealand record time. She'll have to get down to a 31, her best time 31.49, and the qualifying mark 31.02. So she could be in for a running of a qualifying mark this morning. The 50 freestyle, the splash and dash this morning, this one's going to be an exciting one with all the usual suspects in there, but they're going to have to go under the New Zealand record to meet the FINA A time. Hey, it could be possible. The 50 freestyle multi-class, Cameron Leslie in there, the world record holder. It'd be great to see him in action. He's really been working on his sprints, so this could be another time to go under the world record. The 50 freestyle for women, Gabby, Rebecca, Chelsea, all in there. They're going to have to go at 25.04 for the qualifying mark. And we finish off with the multi-class 50-metre freestyle, Dame Sophie Pascoe in action. We hope you enjoy the heats here on the final day of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Swimming Championships.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Please put your hands together and welcome our technical officials as they make their way onto pool deck. Referees for this morning's heat session, Gavin Ion and Ron Clark. Starters, Ross Gillespie and Alan Hale. Technical director for these championships, Carlreen Gillespie. Thank you, officials. The first event on the program this morning is event 35, the men's 200 metres individual medley, and coming out behind the blocks is heat number 1 of 2. In lane 1, Curtis Malsop. 2, Joel Crampton. 3, Kevin Zhang. 4, Luan Grobbelaar. 5, Louis Clark. 6, Blair Helms. 7, Blake Faliafa. 8, Dita Bitswin. Blake Faliafa out quickly in lane 7, takes them through. Should start to see some movement now from Luan Grobbelaar through the breaststroke leg. You'll remember in that 400 IM, that's when he made his move. But he'll probably be just taking his foot off the gas a little bit this morning, saving his energy for tonight's final. Qualifying time 1:59.53. Luan Grobbelaar's entry time 2 minutes, 0.78, and he's in great form this week. I'm sure we'll see him go under 2 minutes tonight. And it's a good swim here for Blair Helms. Leads by a couple of seconds into the final 50. And Kevin Zhang, the 16-year-old in lane 3. That world junior time is 2:17. No, it is 2:03.81. 2:03.81. But Luan Grobbelaar's got himself into 4th there, which could be a little bit of a gamble. Heat 2 of 2, men's 200 metres individual medley, lane 1, Chris Jiang. 2, Ryan Peck. 3, Tyler Tapper. 4, Lewis Clareburt. 5, Sam Brown. 6, Lachlan McKenzie. 7, Gane Alexandra. And 8, Luke Gibson. New Zealand record holder, Lewis Clareburt, in 4, 1:57.59. His New Zealand record just slightly faster at 1:57.27. Swam at the Olympic Games. The two teammates side by side, Clareburt and Brown, 4 and 5. Sitting in 3rd at the moment, it is Lachlan McKenzie of Vikings. Such a beautifully relaxed freestyle. Lewis Clareburt cruising home to win heat number 2. Let's look at the times though. Clareburt wins at 2:05. And Sam Brown second, Lachlan McKenzie third. And Luan Grobler will breathe a sigh of relief as he makes it into the final at about the 6th position. Next up will be the event 121, the men's 200 metre individual medley multi-class. Lane 2, Tate Pichon. 3, Joshua Wilmer. 4, Asher Smith Franklin. 5, Jack Bugler. 6, James Hayden. 7, Luca Willems. And just looking at those qualifying marks for Paraswimming World Championships, Joshua Wilmer will need to go about a second quicker to get that time. Asher Smith Franklin, the time for him is 2:37. Yeah, 2:37, so could be an easy qualifying mark for Asher Smith Franklin. The New Zealand records 2:23.04, so that's what we've got in the program. That is Asher's record. And then in the SM9 category, Josh Wilmer is 2:23.99, held by Jesse Reynolds. So that's a quick one. Yeah, so we'll now look at the right bit of the paper and tell you the real qualifying times. So 2:16 is the qualifying for SM14, and it'll be 2:25.28. So they're a lot quicker. So we're looking for New Zealand records this morning, and kind of looks to me that Asher is kind of cruising this final 50. Let's see how he goes. 2:23.04. Maybe his coach has said, hey, look, you don't need to absolutely give it everything in this heat. We'll wait till the final. Comes in to finish heat 2:30.54. And here comes Joshua Wilmer, 1:40. He's just outside of that New Zealand record. He does a PB though. 2:46.31. Tate Pichon finishes in lane 2, and Luca Willems making his way down the final lap in lane 7. He's had a busy program. And Luca's best time, 3 minutes 59.15. He's 20 years of age from Jazzy, down in Canterbury. Good on all the men, all the boys in the multi-class 200 metres individual medley. Asher Smith-Franklin just keeping his powder dry for tonight, I'm sure. And there's their result. We'll be back after the break for the women's 200 metres individual medley heats. Welcome back. We move now to event 36, the women's 200 metres individual medley. There are 2 heats. This is heat number 1. Lane 1, Holly Nelson. 2, Milana Tapper. 3, Neve Tusaka. 4, Zalika Pratt-Smith. 5, Alexandra Campion. 6, Tori Grout. 7, Sarah Kate Burkett. Strong heat swim here by Zylika Pratt-Smith. She comes in to win heat number 1. Neve Tasaka comes in second to the wall. Alexander Campion third. Next up, heat number 2. Heat 2 of the women's 200 metres individual medley. Lane 1, Anya Maritz. 2, Samantha Fowler. 3, Charlie Toos. 4, Gina McCarthy. 5, Hope Jamil. 7, Hannah Piper. Gina McCarthy finishing and winning heat number 2 there. Saving the energies for tonight, I'm sure. There's the result of heat number 2. We move now to event 122, 200 individual medley for women multi-class. There's one heat. Lane 3, Riley Sayer. 4, Gabby Smith. 5, Ella Ben. And we'll just take a quick look at the 200 individual medley for women in the S14 class. It is a 2:37, so that's not quite within reach of Riley Sayer. Gabby Smith, S10, is a 2:44, so she's got a 2:41 in the program. And then Ella Ben, S9, is a 2:45. Again, that could be out of reach for her. So looking at Gabby Smith here for a possible Para-Swimming World Championship qualifying mark, she needs to go under 2:45, 2:44.86. And her entry time of 2:41.13. New Zealand records for that's held by Sophie Pascoe at 2:24.90, and for SM14 held by Jane Fox at 3:08. Again, that could be out of reach for Riley Sayer today at an entry time of 3:36. Gabby Smith goes through the first 100, 1:20.31. And she'll need to come back in about a 1:24 for the second 100. And it's going to be close. She goes in 2:43.92. That is a qualifying mark for the Para-Swimming World Championships for Gabby Smith. Well done to her. Another one. That screwed up face looks like she wasn't quite happy with that time, eh, Gabby? Here comes Riley Sayer. Her best time in the program, 3:36.63. And she's going to beat that this morning. 3:33.62 for Riley Sayer. Well done. Ella Ben finishing 3 minutes 98, just outside her entry time. And there's the result of the multi-class heats. We'll be back after the break for the heats of the men's 50-metre breaststroke. Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. We move now to the next event on the program, event 38, the men's 50-metre breaststroke. There are 2 heats, and this is heat number 1 ready to go. Lane 1, Caleb Ludlow. 2, Benson Lee. 3, Eli Litton. 4, Carter Swift. 5, Wilrick Coetzee. 6, Leo Arrowsmith. 7, Mary Taboat. Carter Swift in lane 4. Normally you'd see him in the freestyle events, giving himself a bit of a shot in this 50-metre breaststroke. He leads it at the moment, getting challenged by Wilrick Coetzee, and in lane 3, Eli Litton. Pretty elated with that performance. Hopefully we see that enthusiasm in the 50 free to come a little bit later in the program. Next up is heat number 2, the men's 50-metre breaststroke. Cooper Clegg in 1, Jacob Story in 2, Lachlan McKenzie in 3, Josh Gilbert in 4, Josh Pickett in 5, Jackson Kennard in 6, Young So An Song in 7, Sean O'Connor-Close in 8. Josh Pickett challenging Josh Gilbert, the 2 Joshes in the middle of the pool, 4 and 5. Ferocious rating there in lane 5 from Pickett, and he gets there 28.17. It's going to be a battle tonight. Josh Gilbert second, 28.30. Very, very strong leg drive out of Josh Pickett. Lachlan McKenzie gets there to the wall third. We move now to the next event on the program, event 39, the women's 50-metre breaststroke. There are 2 heats. This is heat number 1. Lane 1, Amaritana. 2, Anahira McCutcheon. 3, Zylika Pratt-Smith. 4, Amy Crosby. 5, Lanahay Connolly. 6, Melissa Cowan. 7, Tori Grout. Amy Crosby, the sprint specialist in lane 4, typically doing butterfly, today doing breaststroke. Amy Crosby looking strong in the final 10 metres. She's got a half body length, maybe quarter body length, just gets there. Amy Crosby, 32.39, just outside her entry time. Lanahay Connolly gets the wall second. Oh, looks like there's controversy over that start. Lane 1, Erica Patterson. 2, Kaylee Jackson. 3, Phoebe Harris. 4, Monique Wierzowski. 5, Mackenzie Breers. 6, Lucy McKinnon. 7, Brooke Thwaites. New Zealand 100-metre breaststroke New Zealand record holder in lane 4, Monique Wierzowski. She's tearing out in front. New Zealand record is 31.21. Just outside that New Zealand record, the FINA A 31.02. Good heat swim for Monique Wierzowski. She'll be in lane 4 comfortably for the final. And there's the result of heat number 2. We'll have a quick break and we'll be back for the heats of the men's 50 metres freestyle.
Some say it's only water, but for us, it's so much more. It's the challenge we rise to every day. It's the pleasure of teamwork. This is the story of how we give water a fresh new form by molding it into a sparkling masterpiece. Our unique team can make every space truly special, just the way you want it. We are inspired by those who push their limits. We believe in riding the wave, in harnessing the latest advances to make something tangible, lasting, and perfectly formed.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Swimming Championships. Next up, Event 40, the Splash and Dash men's 50 metres freestyle. There are 5 heats, and this is heat number 1. Dominic Faulkner in 2, Aiko Shibuya in 3, Tamana Atatolu in 4, Eli Ashby in 5, Josh Gilbert in 6, Orlando Hardy in 7. Wow, Josh Gilbert already back in the action, and he's smashing it. 23.73 for the breaststroker. It's pretty handy. Might see a 50-metre breaststroker in the 50 free final. Let's see. Heat 2 up next. Heat 2, lane 1, Luca Holmes, 2, Tom Gold, 3, Dylan Boysons, 4, Matt Hutchins, 5, Henry Williams, 6, Hunter Dobson, 7, Ryan Quinn, 8, William Campbell. William Campbell going absolutely nuts out there in lane 8. Can he hold on? No, they're coming through in the middle. It's going to be Tom Gold from lane 2 that gets it, 24-3. Heat 3, lane 1, Mary Tabo, 2, Jasper Cornish, 3, Kale Twist, 4, Michael Pickett, 5, Zach Dell, 6, McAllister Clark, 7, Wilrick Kutsia, 8, Michael Hahn. Michael Pickett blasting down the final 15 metres. Let's see where he lands at the wall. 22-25. What a great swim this morning for Michael Pickett. 22-25. New Zealand record for Michael Pickett. He's been wanting that for a while. Not quite quick enough for Fina A, but he'll be happy with that going into the final. Well done, Michael Pickett. Mount Eden team manager to the resolutions desk. Mount Eden team manager to the resolutions desk. Thank you. Heat 4, lane 1, Luke O'Connor, 2, Harrison Clowens, 3, Fergus Eadie, 4, Carter Swift, 5, George Williams, 6, Gus Shibnan, 7, Blake Elliott, 8, Alex Esposito. Carter Swift winding it up alongside him, George Williams of Coast, powering into the final 10 metres. Can they get there for a New Zealand record? Let's have a look. No, they're outside. 22.89 for Swift. George Williams just over 23. Furious pace, these guys now in the latter heats of the 50 freestyle. Final heat, Iyad Mossad in 1, Ollie Lutton in 2, Christopher Elston in 3, Cameron Gray in 4, Jack Hendy in 5, Gunnar Alexander in 6, Finn Harland in 7, and Joshua Amies in 8. Cameron Gray in lane 4, coming down, leading by half a body length over Jack Hendy in 5. Gray goes to the wall, 22.56. He'll be second qualifier into the final. Jack Hendy will find himself in the final 2 with a 23.07. It's going to be one of the fastest 50 freestyle finals for the men we've ever seen in New Zealand tonight. That's for sure. Maybe some indication of how far Cameron Gray needed to lunge for the wall there. That is the result of heat number 5. Next up is the multi-class men's 50 metres freestyle. There are 2 heats. This is heat number 1. James Hayden in 2, Bailey Conlon in 3, Guy Harrison in 4, Asher Smith Franklin in 5, Lance Dusto in 6, Luca Willems in 7. .27.13 is the New Zealand record, and just outside 27.15. Just outside the New Zealand record for Asher Smith Franklin. I'm sure we'll see it tonight. Lance Dusto touches second, Bailey Conlon third. There's the result of heat number 1. Next up, heat number 2 of the multi-class 50 freestyle. Joseph Blake in 1, Denver Xavier in 2, David Beck in 3, Cameron Leslie in 4, Joshua Wilmer in 5, Jack Bugler in 6, Tate Pichon in 7. World record holder Cameron Leslie in 4, a time of 36.71. One to watch. David Beck powering down. He's looking good in lane 3. He's been going very well with his freestyle this week. And let's see what time he does. 28.57, just outside of his best. Cameron Leslie hits the wall just over 37.47 for Cam. So 0.8 of a second outside of his own world record. and New Zealand record. And we'll be back after the break for our final events of the program, the women's 50-metre freestyle heats.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. Heat number 1 of 5 now, the women's 50 metres freestyle. Lane 3, Amber George. 4, Bella Wansborough. 5, Isabella Campion. Heat number 2 of the women's 50 metres freestyle. Lane 1, Sarah Kate Burkett. 2, Lily Humphreys. 3, Taylor Miles. 4, Sophie Perry. 5, Savannah Burke. 6, Kaya Brown. 7, Talita McEwen. Lily Humphreys winning heat number 2. And next up, heat number 3 of the women's 50 metres freestyle. Heat number 3, lane 1, Eva Borkowski. 2, Danielle Joblin. 3, Holly Neville. 4, Gabby Farmasili. 5, Amy Crosby. 6, Summer Osborne. 7, Ray Kwan. 8, Esme Patterson. Nice swim here by Amy Crosby in lane 5. Amy Crosby leading the way in heat number 3. And she's going to get there too. 25.87. Good swim for her. Underneath 26 perhaps for the first time. And Gabby Farmasili settles for second in that heat. And just looking at that dive, I think it was a little bit deep there for Gabby, perhaps. Might not got away quite as quickly as she would have hoped. And there's the result of heat number 3. Holly Neville, the Australian, coming in third to the wall. Next up is heat 4 of 5 of the women's 50 freestyle. Lane 1, Milana Tapper. 2, Liv Peebles. 3, Zoe Pedersen. 4, Rebecca Moynihan. 5, Emma Godwin. 6, Phoebe Nelson. 7, Eru Marine. 8, Anahira McCutcheon. Lane 4 here, Rebecca Moynihan, Club 37. Swum at the World Short Course Swimming Championships last year. She's coming in strongly to the wall. 25.43. Not too far off that NZR and the qualifying mark of 25.04. She is currently the top qualifier with one heat to go. Zoe Pedersen, World Junior qualifying mark for Zoe Pedersen. Well done to her. And we'll look at that time. 25.73 for Zoe Pedersen. What a swim. Final heat of the women's 50 metres freestyle. 1, Brooke Miles. 2, Molly Shivnan. 3, Hazel Auerhand. 4, Chelsea Edwards. 5, Laura Littlejohn. 6, Madison Kidd. 7, Amadika Atkinson. 8, Zoe Crawford. Lane 4, this is Chelsea Edwards from Coast. Half a body length in front at the moment. Final 5 metres. Holds her breath for the wall. 25.46. Second, Hazel Auerhand, just under 26. And I think that was just a fraction slower than Rebecca Moynihan. So it'll be a lane 5 perhaps for Chelsea Edwards for the final. But solid heat swims this morning for these women. Next up, the final race of this morning's heat session. Event 124, the 50 freestyle women multi-class. Lane 2, Tupo Naufi. 3, Riley Sayer. 4, Dame Sophie Pascoe. 5, Lily Fox Mason. 6, Ella Ben. Nice swim here for Dame Sophie Pascoe going into finish. 29.06, that's underneath her entry time. and the qualifying mark is 30.74, so a qualifying mark for Dame Sophie. And that concludes the racing for this morning's heat session. Oh, we've got the swim off, of course, and they look like they're ready to roll. The swim off for the 50-metre breaststroke for men, their final. And there's the result of the multi-class women's 50 freestyle. The swim off is between Jacob Story from Mount Eden and Yang So Ah Song from North Shore Swimming Club. It's going to be an exciting night of finals tonight for sure. Always good when you've got a couple of 50s, 50 events in a program. And we'll finish off with those relays at the end as well tonight. Racing off for the 8th spot in the men's 50 breaststroke final. Nice vocal support from the clubs on the poolside. Jacob Story in 4 from Mount Eden. Yang So Ah Song from North Shore. No surprises, they're close. It's going to come down to the touch here. Jacob Story looking like he's just got in front, I think. He does. Jacob Story, look at that, 5/100ths of a second separating the two of them. Jacob Story gets in. What a nice way to finish the heat session this morning. Nothing in it there, nothing in it at all. And the reactions there from the North Shore team. We'll be back after this break for a bit of a wrap of this morning's session.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Well, pretty exciting heat session this morning in the end with some of those latter races. We started with the 200 IM for both men, women and the multi-class. Most of them going through the motions, getting their places into the final. No particularly surprising performances there. Then the 50-metre freestyle for men, where Michael Pickett took the New Zealand record for that event, 22.21, and he was pretty excited about that. I'm sure it's been something on his bucket list for a while now, and so good on him. He'll be lane 4 for the final with a very competitive field either side of him. And then the 50 freestyle for women, Zoe Pedersen breaking that New Zealand age group record, 25.73, and that's super quick for a 16-year-old girl. She took the record, I believe, off maybe Gabby Farmasili. I'll have to check that, but she'll be in the middle lanes for the final tonight at just 16 years of age. That concludes session number 9. We'll be back with the final session tonight from 5:30. Hope you can join us.